Now we're going to go into ohm load and impedance. What is ohm load? The law of ohm is the impedance level that a speaker or amplifier is set on. So when you see 1 ohm, it's a monoblock, and that means it's stable to 1 ohm. So say if you took two 4 ohm drivers, two speakers, you put 4 and 4 together, that divides into 2. You put 2 into a 4 ohm amp output on a bridge load, and it's going to go to 2. Some amplifiers are only 2 ohm stable stereo, and they might be 4 ohm stable mono, and then there's 8 ohm amplifiers that are 4 ohm mono stable, stereo stable. That means that with a monoblock you might have a little more flexibility, but actually in actuality sound usually sounds better at a higher ohm load because the dampening factor is higher. There's more controllability in the sound, there's more response. Ohm load determines also and usually how much heat. The higher you build heat, the sound quality goes down, but for bass it doesn't really matter because it doesn't have to be as defined. That doesn't go for everybody. Now there's people that are more of a freak than I am that want to have 4 ohm clean, crystal clean bass where you could hear the shadows and echoes of someone stepping, and I am that way too, but just trying to give you a basic overview. So this amplifier here is not 1 ohm stable. So if you try to hook up woofers to this, say you try to put, I don't know, 2 woofers per channel on this at a 4 ohm load each, that would be 4 and 4, 2 and 2, 2 on 2, it would be 1. And what would happen was this amp would heat up and it would go into protect. That's where the amplifier will say, you're not doing this to me. I'm turning off right now, because if you continue to run me like this, I will burn up and die from heat. While on the other hand, this Zapco 6-channel, every single output on this amplifier is 1 ohm stable, 2 ohm recommended, but it is 1 ohm stable on every channel, and it dissipates heat differently. There's an intake and exhaust fan. It doesn't have a solid state power supply. It has bipolars, a stacked board. So this amp's equipped to handle abuse, but it doesn't like it, and it might hinder the sound quality somewhat. But if you want to be the psycho that's going to run 4 6.5s per channel, or 3 12s per channel, or 2, whatever you can make, as long as you keep the formula intact below, above 1 ohm, then I guess you want to be a Frankenstein, you can. So that's a little overview over ohm loads and impedance.